Hey, how's it going, fam? Welcome to this episode of Tuesday Seeds. Today we'll be sharing how many Americans are discovering how growing their own fresh food has become a key investment strategy for them moving forward in today's economy. So please stay tuned. In the last couple of weeks or so, we've many of us have kind of discovered that with things such as some of these new tariffs, some of the things that you see going on in the farming community, especially with some of the larger commercial farmers, that the game is somewhat changing in America here when it comes to investments and where to move your money. A lot of people right now are asking the question, where do I put my hard-earned dollar to build wealth? So while we have so many existing investors who are confused on where to move their money, and we have many beginning wage earners or earners who now want to know, hey, where's the best place to put my money? In my opinion, it's in learning and educating yourself on growing your own fresh food. Now, you may ask why I say food. There's really two main reasons. One of those reasons is you want to invest in something that does not depend on man's control. Okay. And one of those things, the one thing that it takes to grow food is sun. Yes, the sun, the solar power that I'm talking about in the sky that comes up every day and goes down every day. The second reason is anytime you invest in anything, you want to make sure it's something in high demand. And I don't know what's in higher demand than fresh food. And of course, water's in there as well. Now, I'm glad I mentioned water, which is a topic in itself, but water is probably one of the, as we all know as farmers, is one of the most important components next to sunlight when it comes to farming and growing fresh food. However, it's probably one of the things that are flying under the radar because it is something that can be controlled, especially as far as water access, which is if you are really looking at the news, there's some a lot of fighting and infighting amongst municipalities and people of power, farmers like you and I, as far as water access all throughout America. So keep an eye on that. But to offset that thing, such as water, that can possibly be controlled, what we really like to lean into is regenerative agricultural soil practices that teach us how to create a soil sponge because similar to solar power, the sun in the sky, we're going to get rain. Whether and depending on where you are, you may get more, you may get less. But however, the key is capturing that rain in your soil for as long as possible, which is where regenerative agricultural practices come into play, and that's what separates you from that farmer that is ultra dependent or that gardener who's ultra dependent on irrigation or city water. And once that spigot is shut off, then what? So again, please lean into these regenerative ag practices. And really one of the key points in leaning forward and continue to educate yourself. Remember, being the exception.